teach Minecraft modding for a living, but in this video, I'm making custom bosses from normal Minecraft blocks in 48 hours. I even have Whimsy who will rate the bosses from fail to Holy Grail. Starting with the grass block. Easily the most recognizable block in all of Minecraft, and I'm turning it into a hunk of a boss. I feel like a heap of dirt formed into a golem just makes sense for the grass block, doesn't it? Please don't mind the programmer art over here, and even though I'm not a 3D modeler, I think the model came out pretty much exactly like I envisioned it. Making a quick idle animation over here, and just like that, it's alive in Minecraft. Kind of. It's slightly bigger than I expected, but oh, well that won't do. This is much better. There you go. It's in the game with no brains yet though. But even dirt can grow brains, I guess, as we'll soon see. However, right now, a mountain of dirt alone is really boring. So how about we spruce it up a little bit? Not with spruce, but rather with a couple of flowers. Look at that. Much nicer. That's enough polish though, because besides a grass golem, we're also adding another boss which is based on a random block we'll be drawing in a second. But first of all, how do we fight this dirty guy? I mean, what do you use to defeat a mountain of dirt?
Shovel!
Sure, a shovel, but what's gonna be better than a shovel? That's right, an excavator arm. And it's not only going to be useful to fight this heaping pile of dirt, no, any pile of dirt, it mines in a 3x3 area. Super fast. While crafting the excavator arm is slightly more costly, I think it is well worth the investment. We have a weapon, we have a boss, and here it is. The Earth Mound. Big badass pile of dirt. It can hold a 50-ton block of grass at you from 20 meters away with scary accuracy. But he's slow. Really slow. However, if you don't want to be in the next 24 hours buried alive challenge, you better get in there and fight. But oh, that's exactly where he wants you. The Earth Mound does a ground slam, not only damaging you, but also launching you at Mach 10 speed into the sky and away from it. Sometimes he also just punches. I don't know, that's, maybe he's too lazy for the ground slam there. Taking enough dirt off of its back might not be the greatest idea though, because at half health, it enters its second phase. His eyes turn red, and his pristine grass fades into brown and the flowers wilt. This guy should not be messed with, which you can clearly see by the inferno that's swirling around him. He's transitioning into a new phase. Everyone knows you can't attack a boss when that happens. In the second phase, he's not only a little bit faster, but also gets the dirt spike attack. This is where he slams the ground a couple of times and sends dirt spikes your way. Dodging this attack is far from easy, but you should try your best, because being hit by a spike will also launch you upwards and away. But when you're using the excavator arm and you have lots of heals with you, you might just be able to bury this pile of dirt once and for all. And you'll be rewarded with a new block which has a really interesting use. Before we do that though, here's my own Minecraft random block generator. So we're gonna see what the random block for the second boss is, and the grindstone. Okay, I think it could be worse, so while I figure that one out, where do we even find the Earth Mount? On a calm stroll through the plains biome, with nothing bad on your mind, you should watch your step. Digging up all that grass was a mistake, because it's starting to fight back. Come too close to one of these hills, and you better start running for the hills, or you'll end up 6 feet under. Defeating the behemoth has it drop the carved dirt block. Listen, okay? All the creativity was used up for the bosses. Taking this smirking pile of dirt, you can make yourself the earthen golem. And look at this cute little fellow. Isn't he just adorable? Now he is going to follow you around, and when you're lucky, he's going to dig. He's basically a sniffer, but looks way cuter with a way better name and also with way better rewards. While he can dig up many random vanilla items depending on the biome, we only care about 2 custom items. Within the plains, he can dig up petrified taproot. Throwing this into a brewing stand gets you the potion of grounding. Chug that glowing green liquid and you'll be grounded. So no more playing Minecraft. No, I mean, you get the grounded effect, which gives you absolute knockback resistance at the cost of making you slightly slower. Really good trade in my opinion. So let's chug some more of that potion of grounding, and sure, we'll be a little bit slower, but it's not like anything can outrun me. And what was that? It must be the next boss. But the second item the Earthen Golem can dig up is the metallic silt, and that actually matters for the next boss. Remember, that one is based on a random block we generated, the grindstone. You might ask yourself, how do you turn the grindstone into a boss? I mean, you just take it and unicycle. The Spiteful Sharpener is this little illager guy over here having a time of his life on his grindstone unicycle. Surely this will impress Whimsy when he rates the bosses from fail to Holy Grail, right? How good are you at clutching?
Not good at all. What? Oh, oh, come on.
You don't only want to see Whimsy fight these bosses, but you want to fight them yourself. If the video gets 500 likes, I will polish the mod and release it. Now, making the Spiteful Sharpener, I genuinely started with an upside down grindstone, changed it up slightly over here, and also got help from the baby villager. On that point, why are there no baby illagers? I could have really used that, but instead, I just did a little bit of a snip snap over here with the pillager, and there you go, nose. Anyway, here he is. Look at him go. This is the idle and the cycle animation, and I'm gonna be real, this turned out way better than I imagined. He looks great in game too. He's just, oh lord, okay. That is, I want him fast, but not lightning speed. You only really should speed up on certain attacks. Speaking of attacks, the XP Orb. Listen, this one is the most devastating attack the Sharpener can do, because it will literally disarm you. Not as in remove your arms, but all of the items that you carry in your hotbar will be thrown in random directions. Listen, the attack might be slightly OP, but I kind of love it, I'm not gonna lie. Now, how do you protect against it? Remember the metallic silt we have left from our earthen golem digging that up? Let's craft it into the lodestone gauntlet. Any resemblance to any Mickey Mouse gloves is accidental. Wearing this gauntlet in your offhand is going to make sure to keep your items in your inventory. Equipped with the lodestone gauntlet, you can find the Spiteful Sharpener in these arenas that will rarely spawn around the world. I specifically did it so that you cannot cheese the fight, so Whimsy is going to have to fight him for real. The Spiteful Sharpener is going to try and stay away from the player, so even if you try to chase it, no. The issue with the distance though, is he's going to start spinning up and do a hit and run attack. The boss itself has fairly low health, so it's going to do something else, right? Oh, by the way, don't even think about trying a bow and arrow doing any of the normal forms, because those are just going to come back with vengeance. He's going to deflect any arrow that comes his way, and he's going to enchant it with a nice effect and hurl it right back at you. By defying all the laws of physics, a third delightful attack where the bow and arrow are actually going to be useful this time is the dizzying spin. This little guy starts spinning so fast, he turns into a freaking tornado. Whimsy might know a thing or two about tornadoes. Well, during the tornado, a well-placed arrow can knock this illager off balance for a second, and that is enough time to strike. Sometimes that's even enough to completely finish him off. Now, he obviously drops loads of experience, like a massive amount. It just never stops erupting. It's been going on for far too long. Okay, this is too much. Okay, it's just one number to fix, and then we get experience. Now, for proper drops, I had 3 ideas for the Sharpener, but with only 3 hours left until my call with Whimsy, I decided to focus only on the grindstone core. Now, this big hunk of a stone, what is that used for? If you guessed your very own unicycle, you're absolutely right. Like, how cool is this? You traverse the world easily with this insane gadget at top speeds. Any animals in your way? They're about to be roadkill, ground up into experience, might I add. I mean, come on, this is so freaking cool. Well, with all of this done, I opened up a server, I hopped into a call with Whimsy, and listen, maybe these 2 bosses can get me the Holy Grail. Let's see what he has to say.
I like how all of the boss moves are telegraphed well. I love its little eyes peeking out. It kind of reminds me of that one canceled Moss mob that didn't make it through the mob vote. So I'm glad that you kind of gave it a spiritual successor in the Earthbound. I feel like this was a thoroughly enjoyable fight. The experience reminds me of a fresh everything bagel with vegetable cream cheese in the morning. And that is my favorite breakfast. I've been having that for my entire life.
Nice.
I love how it pops out of the ground like that. That to me was really unexpected. It was just so creative. Okay, the Spiteful Sharpener. I have some pretty intense feelings about this one. One, it was way harder than the Earthbound, and maybe I just lacked the dexterity to do this fight, but I couldn't water bucket clutch, and I don't like how he throws my items. I don't like managing my inventory, so that's like one minor complaint, but I think the overall design is really creative, and seeing the baby pillager I think is really creative. I always love seeing a pillager themed creation, so that was really cool. I think the boss item that you get from it afterwards is just a 10 out of 10. It is the sickest boss item I have ever seen in a Minecraft mod. If I had to describe this experience, it's kind of like brushing your teeth, drinking orange juice, and then getting punched in the nuts.
I see.
So kind of fun, but also painful.
Fell short of the Holy Grail today, but perhaps we find it in this video right here. Hope to see you there.